guys, what's going on? Hope you all doing well. Hope you all doing great. I'm doing okay myself. And yeah, today we're just gonna be talking about Epic Mickey Rebrush. I just want to like put some things out there, my own opinions, my own thoughts, because I've seen too much of it. I was originally gonna avoid it and do like a coaching video today, but I was like, you know what? We'll talk about it. It's fine. This is a redone version of it. This is why I'm wearing a color shirt and everything, because it's a redone version of it. Originally, when I had it, it's just ended up me yapping for like 30 plus minutes or so, because I really love Epic Mickey. Epic Mickey was my childhood game. So, again, I don't write scripts for this stuff, so I normally just yap my ass off, but it was a little too much. So I'm doing a redo version of this, which you guys will never see the other version of this, but you will see the redo. So I also got a color shirt because I'm about to go literally for an interview as well in about maybe an hour or so. So, anyways, so Epic Mickey Rebrush. I kind of want to talk about Epic Mickey itself real quick. And Epic Mickey, when I was growing up as a kid, was fucking phenomenal. It was probably one of the best games I've had in a long time for the Wii. And for a Wii game, it was fucking phenomenal. I generally loved it. I love how dark it was, the film, the grainness, the way the game looked was even great. And for the Wii, it was really good. Well made, honestly, well received by a lot of people. But then I go and look at the comments and strict criticism and everything. And I'm like, wait, you guys have problems with these things? So, one of the things I saw that was most common was the fact of not sprinting around the map because some spots would be longer than others. And I was like, does that really matter though? Because realistically, it doesn't affect you. And then spinning wasn't going to help you get a more boost or like more of a glide boost as well as was another thing. And I was like, yeah, it does. It's just not like you hover in the air as much, but you go for a longer period of time when you spin. And then the camera point of view is also like it was a lot of complaints, and I'm like, dude, it's just because it's a Wii game. If it came on Xbox or anything else, it'd be a lot better of a game. Because it's a Wii game, is what you're complaining about. And at the time, it was just a Wii game, so there's really just a lot of limitations at the time. But now we have Epic Mickey Rebrush, right? It's gonna be better, right? 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 Wait, what? Okay, so Epic Mickey Rebrush, and I'm not gonna be stereotypical at all. I'm gonna say good things and bad things, of course. But one of the things I like is that they're adding running. That's great. Love that. Common thing. Basically, in every platformer, you need your character to be able to run or sprint at some sort of pace, which is fucking phenomenal. Great thing. She can also use his brush now to glide like he's in Mario Galaxy. Okay, cool. Another great thing. Now, what else do we have? Ground pounding. I quit. Why are you adding ground pounding? Which, to you guys, it may not be a big deal, but to me, it's a huge deal. Because why the fuck are you ground pounding instead of doing something cooler where basically you splat paint on the ground where you could shoot either blue paint or green paint? And maybe it's because of the control scheme, by the way, but I'm not sure. But it was one of those things that really frustrated me when I was watching back the Epic Mickey Rebrush. And I even watched and I'll show you guys some pictures, maybe some clips and videos of it. But like, I was watching it back, right? And I was watching the demo version. This is only the demo, by the way. We haven't even got the official release yet. Once the official release comes out, I'll watch videos on it, give my advice, give my opinion on it, whatever. But like, oh my god, dude, it just looks so bad. Compared to the original game to what the game is now, it looks like they said, hey, let's sit here and make the E10 plus E9 plus, because like it's just bad. It was that bad, literally. And to a lot of other people, it's gonna be like, oh no, it looks great. Look, the details are great. They're adding more details, which adding more details, honestly, phenomenal change. Love that. The problem is they're adding too much color. There's no like graininess. There's no like grime, which is one of my biggest problems as an Epic Mickey fan who's been on Epic Mickey for the longest time. I just like the grimy feel. I loved how it felt grimy, because when it felt grimy and it felt like you're actually in a world of ink, it was a super cool feeling. You were immersed in a world where basically everything was ink. Everything was ink. Everything was created by ink. That was the whole point. And then one of the things I'm also going to show you guys in a minute here, but here's the one thing that really bugs me the most. And this is the thing that bugs me the most. Why the fuck do they change the HP bar? They change it from Epic Mickey, right, where you basically have the pages, and every time you took damage, the page would go 1, 2, you know, it would fall down by pages. And then now it's basically, hey, instead of doing pages and doing something really fucking cool and complex and really fucking different, right? We're just gonna do just a regular HP bar, and your face changes whenever you take damage. Really? Granted, it's a demo, so it's not a final product, but still, man, like, come on. And then even on like the dialogues, they didn't even keep it consistent, man. Like, that was even more annoying, because you had like the pagey feel with the dialogues, but then now it's like, oh yeah, by the way, the dialogues are crystal smooth, crystal clear. That's right? And then fucking some characters, like, colors are also just non-consistent at all. Like, I don't remember his name, but his, like, the fucking green guy, right? You meet at the beginning of the game, has non-consistent colors in his text, and in the game, he has a giant green color for some reason, so he's super green for no reason. When he's supposed to be dark green, he's light green. So that's inconsistent as fuck. And then on top of that, you got Oswald's mouth over here being white instead of black, which makes no sense either. And I'm looking at that shit like, is that supposed to be a mouth? We obviously all can tell it's still a mouth, no duh. But the slight details, even just like a slight minor detail with a black mouth, looks a lot better than just having a full-on white mouth. Another thing I've also noticed is that the ink, right? So whenever you look at the ink, it's not as glossy as it was before. Before it was glossy, and it looked a hell of a lot better. When it was more glossy, it looked more like ink. Now, it just looked like a glob. And I liked it better when it was reflective, and you could see like the lighting just reflecting and bouncing off of it. And it was such a cool detail. Even like the glob looks kind of eh. I mean, I can get behind it, at the same time I can't. But even if you like look at the Doctor, man, the Doctor is even worse now, because now he's more clean and more childhood friendly. They basically changed the first boss in the game, by the way, which I'm terrified they're going to do this to all the other bosses in the game. Is just change them all and make them more childhood friendly. And I'm actually generally terrified of that, because I feel like that's what they're going for, is more childhood friendly route. And if you guys just look at even the first boss, it's just bad. Like, it changed from this horrifying eyeball of monster to just an eyeball. Really? Like, if you looked at the first one as a kid, you could tell me I'd be terrified. It would be giving nightmares for weeks, you know? That was the whole point of Epic Mickey. It was supposed to be like Alice in Wonderland. It was supposed to be like that. And it was great. And it was fucking phenomenal. And I loved it. But then you just sit there and it's like, oh yeah, we add more textures, more details, so that way it makes more sense, you know? Because the realism wasn't real enough. So now we're making it more realistic. Why? Why? I'm not trying to shit on the art directive team. I mean, if people like it, some people are going to like it, some people are not. The problem with Epic Mickey's Rebrush is I just hate the small details. Small details are really, 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 really fucking bad. And even when I'm watching some of it's actually really good too. Because they have like vines in the castle, which is a really cool detail to add. They add some of the doors. But another thing they did was they did Oswald's like whole entire statue is now golden for some reason, which made no sense. I looked at that shit sideways like, why is it golden now? Can you like dissolve it? Can you brush it now? And that's why, because you got fucking tickets in there. Why does he have a golden statue there instead of like the old grimy like old castle feel? And you could have just done it out of wood, anything. Heck, even like the wooden table was a lot better than like the stone cut table, which okay, it's a little more creepier that way. All right, cool. But like, it's just like there's so many inconsistent details they add. It just made no sense. It made no sense. They go creepy, then they go kid friendly. Creepy, then kid friendly. Creepy, then kid friendly. Like, where's the consistency? What area of Decipher are you trying to go? Are you trying to go creepy with the details? Or are you trying to go fucking friendly with the details? You have to have a consistency, at least. Even if like it was creepy, kid friendly, like sort of way, they're just kind of leaning into both fields of areas, which makes no fucking sense at all. Because it's already going to be E10 plus, or even teen. If it was even teen, it's a rebrushed versions for the old fans and for newer fans that want to come and try and enjoy the game. But I don't know. And another thing they're doing is apparently the projectors now are going to have more active to it, which is great. That's another good change. I love that. But man, I just can't get behind the smaller details. And then Mickey ground pounding is also really frustrating to me. Because I like the paint splatter. Because you used to be able to use that as a tech to also go around and move around more objects more frequently. You could also use paint splatter basically to just give yourself some platform. Like, it was a cool fucking mechanic. It was a good tech. And then, I don't know if they're adding a mortality system. It seems like they're getting rid of the mortality system, which honestly, I think the mortality system would have been cool as fuck to have and kept. All they had to do was give off 2 endings, right? One where basically Mickey dissolves the world entirely after he leaves, and another where Mickey created the whole world. Boom. That easy. And that'd be cool as hell, man. Give an evil ending and a good ending. That'd be cool. If I dissolve more, and I get the good ending. If I get less, you know, and then I get a neutral ending too. Get 3 endings for the game. That'd be cool as hell. Imagine that. 3 fucking endings you can get in Epic Mickey. And that's a lot of replayability right there on its own. And people already enjoy Rebrush so much because they already say, oh man, look at the game. It's so great. It's all so great. So great. So great. But I just can't get behind the smaller details, man. The smaller details, and that's like the part where I'm like, dude, this is not the game I fell in love with. This is just like a literal, they took the game and said, hey, we're playing the E10 Plus into Epic Mickey. Great rebrush version, right, guys? Yeah! And just add a few other fucking mechanics and details, just so that way you don't notice all the kid-friendly stuff, because, again, this is a Disney game. And it's like, oh, wow, that's great. We love that you're fucking gonna sit there and literally just go, oh, yeah, so all the film grain that you saw, all that griminess, all that, the world is dark atmosphere that you guys keep talking about, oh, yeah, no, we got rid of that. We got rid of that entirely. Like, and if you look at the side-to-side comparison, you can pretty much tell. And it might be just because of the engine, it might be because of the lighting and sorts, so they have to go around and fix it. Again, this is still a demo. So my criticism could be completely wrong as soon as the game comes out, and I'll probably make another video on it. But, like, I don't know, man. I'm just saying. In my point of view, I don't think it's good. That's all I'm saying. Because the small details add up to the bigger picture of things and make things look a lot cleaner and a lot better. And also add more into the world building and the world's storage coming. You know what I mean? And it's just annoying to have to sit there and look at that and be like, dude, I grew this game as a kid. So if anyone should be judging this, nostalgia hits me hard. But even then, I'm not trying to base off my nostalgia, my memories as a kid. I'm trying to be non-biased as possible in hopes that the game's gameplay at least will be better and it's more redeeming than the world building. Because the world building looks really bad. I just can't get behind it. Because even like the giant pool of like ink, you know, it'll be like a bunch of freaking ink all around and have like a lighting effect at least. And then now it's like a small well and it's just not that much lighting to it. It's like, it just doesn't feel as good. It really doesn't. I watched a couple of videos and people were shitting on Epic Mickey because of fucking, the gameplay mechanics were bad, blah, blah, so forth and so on. And I just sat there like, huh? It's like you're sitting there shitting on Sonic and the Black Knight because of the speed gameplay, but realistically, the speed gameplay wasn't even that big of a deal. You just couldn't understand how to play it at the time because, again, as we get older, we're more picky with how things are. And that's just the honest truth. And it's really hard for us to open up to new mechanics or new gameplay or even get used to new gameplay and new mechanics without learning it. We're stubborn like that. And I feel like a lot of times when people are talking about Epic Mickey, it's a lot of the older audience that really didn't enjoy it compared to the younger audience. Like when I was like, what, 10 or 13 at the time, playing on the Wii, playing Punch-Out for the first time. That was fun. I enjoyed Epic Mickey with a goddamn passion, and I loved Epic Mickey. Power 2, okay, I can get behind that one. That one, not as good, right? But I was also hoping Rebrush will also bring voice acting and give you the option to voice act or non-voice act. Because I think that would be a cool detail to add. Even though I know it can take off the atmosphere or whatever, you could just choose to turn it off if you want the old feel of Epic Mickey or not. Because some people don't want to sit there and try to read a dialogue that's automatically playing. They have to read through it, by the way. You can't press A. You can't do anything about that, which is also something I really hated Epic Mickey for. Because the dialogue went too fast for me, so I couldn't fucking read everything. So when I'm trying to catch up with the story, I'm over here like, huh? 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 Like, it made no fucking sense. But I'm just generally hoping they're going to bring at least mechanically good changes. And that's probably all I can hope for. I don't think they're going to bring out the old Epic Mickey I loved and forever found a joy in. They're not. And I'm not planning to buy the game. I'll watch videos on it, but I don't plan on buying it, honestly. I don't think I'll ever will. If you guys want to buy it, though, it's completely your opinion. It's your, honestly, if you want to buy it, go for it. If you don't, you don't. I'm only shitting on it because I'm literally an old fan. I'm such an old fan that I'm grumpy because the small details in the world building isn't as good as the first game had and what it was tended to be. When the first game came out, man, the world building was fucking phenomenal. Top peak, bro. People would just be like, is this really Disney? Is this a kid's game? How the fuck is this a kid's game, man? And it's like, yeah, it's a kid's game. It's fucking phenomenal. Sorry, but like the world building in the first game was just too good, man. Even if it was on the Wii, even if you couldn't see the shaven edges, man, just looking around looked so fucking cool at the time. It was like a 720p video, but still, regardless, they looked really cool on 30 fucking FPS. Who cared at the time? Like, as a kid, our eyes adjusted to the FPS to 30, man. That's what I was playing on. I was playing on 30 FPS. I still had my shit adjusted to 30. I didn't have my shit at 240 at all, bro. I haven't had that higher hertz fucking bullshit at the time, like 160 or nothing, bro. I was on the 30, 60 FPS shit, bro, and that's my train. That's all my train, bro. Console kid, grew up full way, bro. On train yard. Anyways, I do hope they kind of fix up the blob maybe a little bit. I'm not sure what I would add to him, but make him feel more inky. Because when you first see the blob in the demo, it doesn't feel as inky. And some of the monsters also seem to be more purple than what they should be, which makes no sense either. I don't understand the inconsistency with the colors. The colors are really inconsistent. They need to, like, fix that, please. Please, I'm begging you. Fix your colors, please, bro. I know it's just a demo, but please, fix the colors before the game comes out. Please, for the love of God, man. It's so inconsistent. I keep looking at it, and it's like I'm getting PSTD from the color changes from green to slightly green to purple to slightly purple. It makes no sense, man. It makes no fucking sense. The other cool thing is they're adding is new death animations as well. I do like that. And honestly, I think the game could be great, and it could be a phenomenal game, and I feel like a lot of people would love it. I just don't want it to become a kid-friendly game all over again, where basically now they are appealing to the kids' audience and not to both audience of the old game and the kids' audience, who would actually like the game still the same way as the other game was. But, you know, they probably have to make a couple of changes because of the way things are. And it's just... small details, man. Small details. Because even, like, when you see the doctor, right, come out for the first time, he's got oil stains on his robe, right? So he's wearing basically a whole tire, like, suit. I don't remember what it was exactly. But he has oil stain in the robes. Demo. Oh, no oil stains at all. And that's what I mean by, like, the more kid-friendly version. Because then if he has more oil stains, it's like, oh my gosh, how do you do that? Like, you know, was he working on a bunch of machines or something? Like, where he get the stains from? It's a cool minor detail, but it puts a lot of story and a lot into the character development. More than you think. It matters. A lot. Same with, like, fucking Borderlands. If Borderlands had more dirty up details, right? When it came to the movie of it, because a lot of people didn't like the movie, well, at least from what I've heard, then it would have been a lot better for a lot of other people as well, because they like seeing more of the dirty stains. Either way, it's just, for me, Epic Mickey Rebrush, the problem I have with it is just the small details are inconsistent, don't make sense, and granted, it's only a demo. It's only a demo. So give the game some time to cook. Stop shitting on it, right? But either way, it's all up to you guys. You guys want to buy it, go for it. I'm just generally not buying it. I'm just putting my personal opinion out there. I just don't think it's that good. I think as an old Epic Mickey fan, it's just... I don't want it. I don't want it. Get rid of it. Get that out of my face right now. Anyways. Enough of my bitching and rambling. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you think Epic Mickey Rebush is good, or if it's bad, or if maybe it's just like, that's okay. It's something, man. I want to at least play it again, right? I want to play the whole story again, right? Who knows? Either way, I'll wait for the full release. Probably make another video on it. Watch the game, see how it is. If it plays out any better, then cool. If not, then I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be a little sad. Anyways, I'm gonna catch you guys around though. I gotta get heading out. I got a freaking interview later, bro. But anyways, I'll catch you guys around. See you guys on stream. See everyone coming out. Dreadful Coffee, by the way, Twitch. You know, I stream on Twitch every day, pretty much. Anyways, I'll catch you guys around. Peace out, guys, and bye. Whoa!